Yup, that doesn't look good for you, man.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Yo, 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 what is up, everybody? I hope all of you are doing fantastic. Let's continue the review of Jujutsu Kaisen anime. This time we are gonna see how Jujutsu Kaisen can handle training arc. The classic shonen trope. I gotta say, I enjoyed the talk out of this one, which is a strange thing to say for just a training arc. But believe me, Jujutsu Kaisen make damn sure you are having a good time. Watching our main cast get stronger while giving us some stunning action, which is always welcome. Finally, we got to see some Gojo, and boy if he isn't awesome. He was absent in the last arc, but for a good reason. He's the kind of character that you want to see for just the super swag moments, not just there all the time. We got some explanation on how the curse energy works alongside some other cool concepts. Before we start, thank you guys so much for your support. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps a lot. Without further ado, let's jump right in. The whole premise of this arc is to elevate the level of the main cast. Yoji trained with Gojo, and Megami and Nobara had their own training. Let's talk about Yoji first. Yeah, he's alive. Wow. Dude, who knew? But I will talk about how he managed to do so later. Gojo decided to take him and train him before announcing that he's alive. Then Gojo explained what curse energy is, and we got an idea how it works. It's driven by negative emotions, but you can't just get mad and go crazy. It has to be under control. That's why Gojo gave Yoji a bunch of movies to help him control his emotions. I felt like the curse power system is similar to Nen. I'm sure everybody else felt the same way. That's why Jujutsu Kaisen is compared to Hunter x Hunter. I can imagine when people were watching this, they were like, now I understand where the comparison comes from. Curse power system is really interesting, but I don't think it's just similar to Hunter x Hunter. Remember that Super Saiyan transformation is ignited by rage. Or tingly berk. Really? Rage is pure negative emotion, not just Super Saiyan. Don't even get me started on how tucked up the Sharingan is. You need to have the definition of tucked up and negative emotions to unlock its full potential. I mean, you need to have the sadness of killing the person closest to you by your own hands in order to obtain the Mangekyo Sharingan, and you gouge your brother's eyes to gain the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Man, the Sharingan is stuck up. Anyway, back to the show. Making Yoji watching movies in order to control his emotions was hilarious. Gojo assigned a sleeping doll right next to Yoji to punch him whenever he gets emotional, which was hilarious. I like that this show power system is simple while being interesting enough for the viewer to explore. And it goes well with the whole theme of this show, when Megami said we fight poison with poison. Alright, speaking of him, he visited the mother of the criminal that died in the last arc to report his death. Megami showed respect for Yoji as he told the mom that he was skeptical on saving the people inside, but his friend wasn't. The relationship between Megami and Yoji has developed in the last arc, and we saw who Megami's character is when he apologized to the mother for not being able to save her son and gave her a piece of her son's clothing that has a name tag on it, and the mom said it's okay. She's the only one that's gonna be sad about him. This scene, although it's small, It shows that this anime is not afraid to tackle adult themes, like this one for example. Don't get me wrong, there is a lot of violence in this series, but there are things that can get you way more than displaying a bunch of blood on screen. Also, this tells the viewers the nature of being a Jujutsu sorcerer and how hard and tucked up it is. Also, I'm glad that we are exploring Megami's character. Nobara and Megami got their asses handed to them by two new characters. One girl with a gun called Mai, who is in a bad relationship with her sister. What a surprise. I mean, you can't just have a nice wholesome family in anime, whether it's the father, the mother, or the entire family. It's not possible to have a normal family in anime. There all has to be a bunch of psychos. Now, the dude is really interesting. He is obsessed with girls with giant asses, which is respectable. Everyone have his different values in life. And he asked Megami, "What's your favorite kind of woman?" Megami refused to say until Megami gave him the wholesome good boy answer. And let me tell you, the dude did not like that at all. He started beating the living shit out of Megami, left and right. Nobara was not having a good time either. This gives an indication for the audience that those two characters have a long way to go. I like the character's design in this show. I think the girl with the gun and the buffed big ass enthusiast dude designs are pretty cool. Megami and Nobara continue their training with the second years. This panda, oh man. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna mention how Yoji was able to come back to the living world. He wakes up in a sea of blood and a bunch of skulls all over the place, and Sukuna was sitting on the top. Yoji asked him, "Yo, is this hell?" And Sukuna was like, "Nah, it's just my domain." The aesthetic and the atmosphere really speaks for themselves on what kind of curse Sukuna is. I mean, what the fuck, man? Then Sukuna and Yoji start going at it, because Sukuna told Yoji, "Don't you wanna live?" And Yoji told him, "It won't be for free. I don't want anything from you." Despite looking like a dumbass and being reckless, Yoji was fully aware of how cunning and dangerous Sukuna is, which makes Yoji's character more interesting, not being the classic shonen moron. Sukuna offered Yoji a deal that he will give him his heart back if he let him out when he say the word, and he promised that he will not kill anyone, and he explained that it's a pact he can't broke, which is kind of similar to Hunter x Hunter. Again, I love powers that come with consequences. This makes power-ups much more earned, in my opinion. Yoji got his head sliced away because he thought he could take Sukuna down, as he made a deal with him that the winner can do what he wants. Oh shit. This most likely gonna bite Yoji's future ass. This anime keeps showing how dark it is. Jogo, the volcano dude, burned everyone in the restaurant they were sitting in while he was having a conversation with the psychopath human about sealing Gojo. The volcano head was like, "Yeah, I can take him," but the human warned him not to do so. I don't know, Firehead. Maybe you should have listened to this guy. And we got some scaling on how powerful Jogo is when he asked the human how powerful is he in comparison to Sukuna. And the human was like, "It's 8 or 9 fingers." Okay. I love when animes do this kind of expositions. We got to know Gojo's character and the way he thinks. He basically wants to change how things are being managed and how he hates the way that the elders runs things around. And he said a line that basically tells you how overpowered this man is. He said he can kill the elders, but that won't change anything. This guy is saying that he can force his way, but he doesn't want to. He wants to make things better through the new generation, and that's why he became a teacher. Gojo is way more than an overpowered monster that can beat anyone. His character has motivation and he has a set of goals that makes the viewer understand his personality and the way he's thinking, and an explanation for his actions. Not to mention his goofy personality, and he cares about his students. A lot of animes tries to introduce an overpowered characters, but a lot of the times they fail miserably, and the character is either so boring or overpowered for no explanation. It's not an easy task to introduce an overpowered character. Jogo, again, the volcano dude, didn't listen to his comrade advice, and he went to kill Gojo anyway. We all know what's gonna happen next. You know what I'm talking about, the crazy fight between Gojo and Jogo. It wasn't really much of a fight, it was just a school lesson. Literally, Gojo beat the living shit out of the volcano head, using his infinity. I mean, you can't even touch this guy. And at one point, Gojo went to bring Yoji to watch and learn how to be a swag badass dude. Jogo was like, isn't he gonna stand in your way? Jogo was like, nah, you're too weak. The disrespect. Jogo lost his shaft and we got introduced to his domain, which give the user boost in stats, and the technique used in the domain are sure to hit the target. It's kind of like an aimbot. Not against Gojo though. Then Volcano Head got tucked in the anus when Gojo unleashed his own domain. However, he got saved by, let's just call him the plant dude. You should have listened to his advice. Now look what happened. Finally, we got a look on what seems to be the bad guys, and I'm intrigued what's gonna happen in the future. And Gojo gave one of the elders a threat that the next generation of Jujutsu sorcerers is coming and their ways is coming to an end, with some glimpse on the identity of the human who was with Jogo. Gojo have no chill, man. That is the end of this one. This was one heck of a training arc. I really enjoyed it a lot. Let me know what do you think in the comment section. Are you enjoying my Jujutsu Kaisen content? Thank you so much for watching.